So you can see there the cars on the grid for the TGR Roadsports Series. It's 45-minute race for these production sports and saloons. So let's take a look at this big 40-plus car grid. On pole position is number 1, which is the Volkswagen Golf, which will be started by Bradley Burns, who he shares with Rob Baker. Alongside 169 will be Andy Schulz, who shares the BMW M3 with Matthew Hampson. On row 2 is 187, which will be Aaron Cook to start the Audi RS3 that he shares with Dan Sylvester, who we saw out earlier. Alongside number 6, Ryan Parkin in the Audi TT. Morning start, the red lights are on, the lights go out, the cars accelerate up towards Ritchie's corner. And it's a very good start for a couple of cars further back. Ian Jones in that BMW Compact using the pit exit to gain positions. He started, 7th, and is about 4th as they turn into Ritchie's corner. It got very, very busy there. Somehow that group, though, managed to get through the corner. Okay, there's the Mike Rayner car who will start from the pit lane. Hopefully he didn't drive through red lights. So cars make their way down here towards the Wilson hairpin then, and it's 2 and 3 abreast in the mid-pack. Somehow we got through that first corner okay. We'll see who comes out as the race leader. Well, it is number 1, Bradley Burns at lead. 2nd is Schulz. 3rd is Ian Jones with a mighty start.
It's quite extraordinary. Ian Jones is starting on the 7th and 4th of the grid in that car with the BMW stripe. So he tucks back in behind Schulz in the orange car. The first of the Audis, the TT, is next up. Down the line of the changes of effect on some notices wriggling through. Little passing well above it, sorry.
Head of a factory built Seat, I think. Ian Jones has got a 3.2 litre M3 engine, but otherwise that's basically a BMW Compact, which is highly developed and goes pretty well with Ian in the wheel of it. Probably lighter as well than some of the other cars. That's Australian David Griffin, who's livery up to the back of us. There's Schulz there, so Bradley Burns out front, so returning to racing. He's only 22, the driver from Surrey, who was a race winner in the Clio Cup 5 years ago now. So he leads. In 2nd place is Andy Schulz, the car race winner. They're 61, that's the winner from last time out, Dylan Brichter, and his Audi TT. That's the petrol engine car. There's a diesel engine TDI. Ryan Parkin a bit further up the order, I think in 4th position, just ahead of the RS3, which is driven by ex-MR2 champion Aaron Cook. A big move up the inside there of the car that will shove one of the others off the circuit.
They'll send the TT off. The black and red TT is out over the grass. That's 3 abreast. The VX Fox on one side, Sam on the inside.
That's
fantastic.
That's yet cauliflower British GT car, the Vauxhall.
Vauxhall VX220.
Yeah, and it was this Seat that was in there was the one that had the big bold move that didn't really work out on Murray. That's Colin Gillespie. But yeah, 118 we didn't get a start driver for. Simon Morgan and Justin Middleton shared out. There it is, the ex-Colin Blower car. Colin, who was a real mainstay in British motorsport in the 90s and 2000s as well. Into the pit lane. I think this might be one of our relay cars. I think 175, which is the Paul Gaines and Callum Perfect BMW. That's a relay car, that's why that's in the pits. So there's this battle. A big clump of cars, really, isn't it, rather than sort of such. Involved in that is Chris Mills and his E36 M3. See the left-hand side of your screen, if you're watching along at home, you'll be able to pick out your favourite. Showing how competitive this is. There are 4 classes. The top 14 cars are all Class A cars, and there's a lot of top-class cars on this grid, the most powerful machines. Leading Class B is Scott Parkin, the Club Enduro Championship leader. We'll see more of him tomorrow in his Volkswagen Golf. Class C leader, I think, is 199, a bit further back, Rob Jarman. And the Class D leader is 175, Paul Kane from the relayed BMW. Keep an eye on the classes as the race goes on. But here are the out of a second. There's Ian Jones in the mighty Compact, been developed by his co-driver Martin Gadsby. Martin, I think I would admit, is not as quick as Ian, so Ian Jones trying to make the most of it early on. He was the one I think who shoved off at Murray at the end of the first lap by the driver, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Ian Jones is perhaps challenging for 2nd place there, and Andy Schulz, similar engine, I guess, and E46 M3. Ian Jones is challenging it towards Rich. He's a bold challenge which didn't come off. Bradley Burns now leads by a couple of seconds. and immediately has set a new lap record. A 2 minute 3.52 is a new lap record for that Volkswagen Golf that leads, a car that was developed this year by Area Motorsport. We've seen those cars in Class B before. They've basically put a bigger turbocharger on it, and that's a Class A car with lots of power. And Brad Burns, who I think drove this car for the first time at Spa a few weeks ago, part of Club Enduro, the car broke in qualifying, I think. So he's doing really well with this car that he's terribly familiar with. Number 46 is another Volkswagen Golf out there. That is the car of Jack Wright, who, with his brother George, they've been racing with the 750 Motor Club for the first time this year. Just had the Chris Mills BMW and local man Lloyd Schaefer in there as well in 67, the driver from Dis, in his 1997 BMW M3, also involved in this nice battle that's going on. There's so many pictures out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the 46 Golf.
So there is 11th. It looks like he wants a diesel-powered Darkside developments who are targeting diesel experts. So they've converted that car from a petrol car, which Richter was in basically. And there's the other car we briefly saw, 89, the lead Class B. So there is Richter. How he's getting on. He was 12th at the end of the previous lap. He's got past David Harvey and the right. I think he's into the top 10 now, Dylan Richter. Everybody is being asked to respect track limits by our club and course, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Burns' second flying lap is about half a second slower than his first one, but he's still about half a second quicker than the cars behind. Ryan Parkin, though, there's his quick brother Scott, the Class B leader. Ryan Parkin is going quicker than the two cars in front, so there's a chase on a bit further up the order, but that is our Class B leader, as I say, Scott Parkin, the 33-year-old from South Yorkshire. He's only been racing for a few seasons. He's had a really good year. He leads the Club Enduro Championship, which will be racing here tomorrow in that diesel-powered car, which produces 270 brake horsepower. It's a 2010 car, and he is in 16th position overall, just ahead of the Ginetta say just ahead. It's 5.5 seconds already. The car that started by Matthew Tidmarsh. A bit further up the order, just outside the top 10 I think is, and the class is a bit further back. Leading class C is the number 199 Clio, Robert Control and Rob Jarman's car. And over here we see some of the class D cars as well. That BMW is the lead in the class D class 175 with contained the Callum Perfect shared machine.
See that class best. The outside.
Second, third and fourth all together coming through Coram. We'll see if we can pick up on that in a minute. Andy Schultz, Ian Jones and Ryan Parkin all together. Meanwhile, when Robert Scott is up with the S's and Roger Nelson still leading Class B. Let's have a look at the leaders now. Let's come across the line. There's Bradley Burns. He's a couple of 3 seconds ahead of Andy Schultz, who's second, but then Ian Jones in third. Under pressure now from Ryan Parkin. And Jones has got so much straight line speed. That BMW compact is rapid, and therefore closes in down the centre straight to the P2 man, Andy Schultz. All of these are lapping in the fours, personal best for Schultz and for Jones, but it's Ryan Parkin who seems a bit quicker at the stage, Marcus, they're in fourth.
Yeah, fractionally quicker, a couple of tenths I guess, something like that, but he's looking into the slipstream in the second. That very imposing looking work straight compact front just to get that lovely green on the back.
The TT's quicker in the corners, but compact's not quicker enough in a straight line. The class is based on power to weight ratio, so you can have more power. That does mean that you've got to have a heavier car.
That might be a couple of
I think that's what we're going to the park. It's not the easiest car to drive.
it's a bit of a monster, 7.
3 seconds behind the leader now, into Williams. It's not been very much longer before they get into lap traffic as well. That is when endurance races come alive, Mark. Working your way through the traffic is just as important as being quick.
Yeah, that's right. It's about consistent 30s. Trying to get your exit speeds out of course where possible. London there will back up. Middle is the course on the closest pattern as well. Fantastic. We didn't expect to see these type of cars in a mix together.
The older series, that's driven by Jack Ashton, who's getting there inside. He's in Will Murphy's car. We see him having his Metro later in Hot Hatch. But Jack Ashton making his debut in this car in this series. He's in 20. We've got Johnny Monday's on the Civic, the newer car there, number 14 just ahead. Then the Porter's just lost out to the Lotus, so that's Macklin Bradstock's Lotus Elisa gets ahead of James Birch, who's in the Vauxhall Corsa. We've had a change for second across the line. We've had a change for second overall across the line. There they are. Ian Jones has used the power of the compact to get ahead of the E46 M3 that's got a little bit of loose bodywork from Andy Schulz. But up front, Bradley Burns has just set another fastest lap and another lap record, 3.47. Schulz so fights back on the inside of Jones. Can't get the position though. And as this battle develops, the car in 5th position is starting to catch, I think. That is Aaron Cook, the ex-MR2 champion, who's in the Audi RS3, but for 3rd position, Ryan Parkin looking to the inside of Andy Schulz. Can't get that, but it shows you, Marcus, that the straight line speed of that compact, Ian Jones is able to use it to get that position.
Yeah, it's a really fine looking trim, isn't it? To BMW's that Audi TT has not had that Yokohama for the 20 balance.
It's great to have Audi TTs in this category as well. Well, there's other racing cars from Kuhn nowadays as well. I don't see many of those machines out there. And then to have this BMW compact that's a real work from in the garage to build it up. And that racing over the years has been all about producing cars and building them from something not very quick at all to being into a real racer.
Yeah, it's like it's fairly promising.
Second, because of that battle, Bradley Burns is now 5 seconds ahead, so he's continued to pull away. He kind of needs to because of this pit stop penalty. But I think most of that front group do have a similar penalty. The first car without a pit stop penalty is the car in 5th, so the Cook and Sylvester car doesn't have any success or penalties for the gearbox. It does have an advantage there in the pit window, which will open in just under 3 minutes' time. So we'll have to see how that all works. Out there is Bradley Burns. He's already lapping a couple of cars, including the Nissan Almera, which is in absolutely, that was a class winner last time out of France. It's in the old Super Touring Nissan livery by the Coswell brothers. It's another fastest lap for the leader, 2:03.05 now for Bradley Burns. That's also now pretty much on par with the club enduro lap record, important for tomorrow. A big battle up towards Ritchie's because this is Dylan Brichter getting through the order. He's going past both the Vauxhall VX220 and the Seat, so that is Brichter up to 8th position. So it's been, what was he, 13th, something like that at the end of the first lap after that off.
Yeah.
So it's been a pretty good recovery since then. He's got a bigger gap to catch after this. There's that Vauxhall VX220 that I was talking about earlier, that was raced in British GT probably nearly 20 years ago now. The car was built by the Motorsport team originally, but Simon Borger, I think, owns it now. It's focusing on Auto Club Racing. Sort of that era of British GT where they had all sorts of one-off specials. It'd be good to get some more about in a series like this, which they can now bring back to life. Something you can't do now in GT racing is build your own car. I think it's pretty done for you by factory teams, but I think a racing series like this, it's encouraged to bring in anything completely mandatory. And it's shown really well in this category, as Mark's been saying. Different types of car you wouldn't expect to be battling. There is Colin Gillespie, who is in 10th. Not getting where he's from. So he'll be out tomorrow with Phil Driver. He drives solo today. Window open board is being prepared by marshals here at Snet. One car there, across the line all lonely, which is quite unusual. That was Ben McCauley, the paramedic from West Sussex, who's in quite a long way down the order today, Ben. 31st position. That just shows you how this series has changed with much quicker cars we've seen recently. Here's about a second, and Ian Jones is pulling clear now.
It's a big speed difference between the quickest cars and some of the cars.
Which makes me wonder how much fun it is to be one of the slower cars. That's when you've got big groups of cars going past you like that. Burns is now 7.6 seconds ahead of Ian Jones, so he's now far enough ahead, I think, of the rest that the penalty that car has won't matter. And you can see the pit open board is out, so we are now a third of the way into the race. It'll be interesting to see how quickly we see pit stops come. Palmer on bridge now at Agostini, and that's out of the third position. So Andy Schulz, who started second, is dropped behind Ian Jones, fallen away from him, and now he's got Ryan Parkin for company in that Audi TT, which has a TDI engine now, Marcus.
Attention, hasn't he? Wing up.
The Audi front wheel drive car, as is of course the Golf up front, I think it's a welcome front and rear wheel drive machine.
Yes, parts of the circuit suit each of the types of car.
Slower car there to lap 52 Mazda, Stephen Docker, so he's going to have this battle probably past him pretty soon. And he sort of turns his lights on. He comes out to Nelson to let the driver slow car know, because Cora, the driver knows, indicates that's a good driver.
Schulz is having to roll the whole through past these start tires. Four plates, as you see, this car. Just follows through, doing too much of the work, just making sure he's going to keep his head down in that big chasing.
It's a 2017 car now, I think, so new machine, much newer than BMW ahead. Nearly 8 seconds as Bradley Burns' lead in 1, and 117 is second with Jones, third is 169 Schulz. Fourth is 6 Parkin, fifth 187 Cook, and sixth, the car we haven't spoken about really, number 92, that is Phil Knibb, who's come through from the fifth row of the grid from 9th. He's had a pretty decent run as they make their way then through what is lap 9 of the race, and it is still Bradley Burns leads the way in the Volkswagen. So with 27.5 minutes to go, leaders work in lap 9 of the race. The odd car out there has found nobody to race with. A rare occasion. There's number 8. That is the Ginetta G40 of Matthew Tidmarsh, which has now got a full Duratec engine in it. So a much upgraded Ginetta. And that's a car which was owned by Rolf Goethe, Rothko collector. Yeah, apparently I think Ollie, the younger son, tested it a few times, and they decided they didn't want to do domestic unions and do single seaters. The Honda Civic goes off 74. That's Cameron Cassidy, and Chris Webster, who shares that car with Matthew Tidmarsh, the mate of Stuart Hall, and so he asked if they could buy it. Apparently it took a bit of convincing, and Rolf Goethe realised he didn't need a Ginetta in his collection. Stopper that we can see is Josh Lawton. He was in the front order in 10. He was in 7th position. He's not on the Civic. car, which I think that's the 2.4 litre K24 engine. Josh is 26 years of age from East Yorkshire. He raced this, or competed in this car in Time Attack, then moved to circuit racing last year. It's a 1994 car with a supercharged engine. It's a car that he's prepared from a bare rotten shell, so that's some work on it since then, but it's really quick, and he's a front runner in this category. There's Matt Creed, who started from the back of the grid in 23, and he has worked his way up into 27th position and the lead of Class C. He's just got past the Clio, the older car, and he now leads Class C. So a fantastic effort there from the back of the grid from Matt Creed.
It's a great BMW Tesla here. Bang.
Lloyd Chafer ahead, the local drive on the end here with the Dave Gardner. And that's about over 12, 13, 14 positions. Quick drivers in that group, isn't there? But I think that just shows you how quick this grid is at Snetterton today. A Renault actually overheating, and in the pit lane is one of the 182s. And that's Michael Mechanic to turn it off. Oh, it's a big off that the Milton Gardner car was at the front of that group, and out of William one, so they won't be at the front of the group anymore.
Still at it. Dave Griffin understeers across onto the curb on the outcomes onto the hanging on there.
Yes, we managed to get ahead of Lloyd Chafer, so he passed the Gardner car because he'd gone off. Chris Mills, I think, he started, and then he managed to get past Lloyd Chafer and all out as well. So we gained 2 positions basically in a short amount of time. More pit stoppers, but not necessarily those from the front group as we head towards half distance in this race. And there's the bright Golf in 11. It's 12th now for Dave Griffin, being chased by Lloyd Chafer in this 1997 car. Hard to believe that those cars are 25 years old now.
It is quite extraordinary. They look so friendly. 23 minutes to go.
The third of this is Shaw still under pressure from Ryan Park. It's as close as it was when we last saw them. Team Jones is only a couple of seconds up the road. Now they're 10 seconds behind Brad Burns, the leader. Now in the Golf.
Over.
Jack Ashton damaged his mate's car in his Colton and Will Murphy Civic. He's taped it up so we've got to go. I think so Will Murphy will be able to get out of the circuit. Ryan Parkin goes right round the outside of Andy Shaw's at corner and curve into Murray's a very bold move. Going to get the car stopped though through Murray's. No, he can't. That's the problem at that part of the circuit, isn't it? You think you've got the quick look outside and then you quickly run out before you get to that braking zone. So back into what is now second, I think. Oh, no, second, because Ian Jones must have pitted ahead of them, I think. So Martin Gadsby was going to go in his car. So Shaw's still second, right? Or what is now second, Parkin's third. They're now 13 seconds behind race leader Bradley Burns. They're pulled quite a long way clear, though, of Aaron Cook. As there we can see Ian Jones out of the BMW compact, and Martin Gadsby, the car owner, about to get into it. Traditionally, Martin has been a couple of 3 seconds slower than Ian Jones, so we'll see how he gets on. I think just in the seats as well. It's quite always a rushed part of the race, isn't it, like a change in drivers?
Certainly second. Disappeared on the driver on the seat. Next stage is 777.
Yeah, that was running 16th. Robert Andrade, whose birthday a couple of weeks ago, 49 years of age now, the company director of Southampton. Another ex-Time Attack racer, driving a car that raced TCR UK in the past by Bruce Winfield, one of the front runners, which you also can see here on Alpha Live. But Robert Andrade into the pit lane problems seemingly with that car. There's Josh Lawson, who was the first of the pit stoppers. We saw briefly there Phil Murphy in his Honda Civic, the ex-Top Hat racer, back out with the 750 World Cup this weekend, sharing that car with Jack Ashton. But Parkin's got Schultz this time, so he tried the lap ago, but he's passed him this time. So that's Ryan Parkin finally up ahead into what should become second place. There's that Sayat, which is now being prepared by MT Development. That's Matty Taylor, who raced the Holden last year with Club Enduro. There's 72 in the pits. That's John Maudsley, another very experienced driver. Special salute in John's past. An Audi TT today. John was the car's first out in the car prepared by Capture Motorsport. Also runs Sayats. Yes, yeah, they've had some Volkswagen swap over behind them, but added another car to the list. Still got 4 minutes to pit window to go. Andy Schulder's coming now, I think, to hand over to Matthew Hansen. Busy queue of cars leaving the pit lane. 92 also in, which would run the front runner, so Phil Nibb will hand over to Andrew Rath. Goes well, that car, doesn't it? Obviously, it's had a few plans this year. I think David Harvey had his first outing with the 750 Red Club last time out. He had a Brands Hatch Grand Prix round, which is a circuit everyone wants to do, and obviously enjoyed his time with the 750 Red Club, and he's come out again here at Snetterton. There's 69, so Matthew Hampson taking over from Andy Schultz. There's Dave Griffin in that Diet Coke livery car that I was talking about earlier. Dave seems to do a few more outings nowadays with the 750 Red Club as well. The pit at a 45-degree angle, and then will be pushed out by their crew, and then accelerate back into the race. Thank you. And Matthew Hampson not got back going, it would seem. So potentially probably one of our initial front runners. He's got back going now, so 169, Matthew Hampson back into the race eventually, but potentially a slower pit stop there for that car. But here's our Class B leader, Scott Parkin. He still leads the class, and he has won this class, I think, this season. Yeah, he won at Croft and at Anglesey as well in Class B. There's David Harvey, that Lotus 340R that we were talking about earlier. A very rare car, especially in racing trim. But he's been racing this car for a long time now, Marcus, David Harvey.
Yes, he has, a few seasons now, and it bounces back stronger and faster every time you have a problem with it, which is encouraging. Where are we time-wise? 17 minutes to go.
Yes, if you haven't pitted, you need to this time, basically, don't you? Because if you're another lap, you will. The pit window closes with 15 minutes to go. So I think that's where David Harvey disappeared off to, into the pits. Bradley Burns led by 13 seconds over Ryan Parkin. So Burns will be in to hand over to Rob Baker, the team boss. Ryan Parkin will stay in the car, but they both have a. Actually, for Parkin, he has a 15-second pit stop penalty, where it's just 10 for Burns. So that lead gap, if anything, will go out during the course of the pit stops.
And gearbox penalties for either of those?
Yes, I'm trying to remember which, because I've wrote down the net one. So I think Parkin is 5 plus 10, and then Burns is 10. So they're both gearbox, sequential gearbox penalties, basically, plus the 5 seconds for the success.
So 777, Andrade's still in there.
Yeah, he'd come out, I think, so he'd come straight back in.
Yeah. There's the box of the X continuing.
Nice to have that car on the grid in full Vauxhall livery, raced in period. There's 52 again, it's Stephen Docker, the 36-year-old mechanic from Warwickshire. He's in his 2011 Mazda MX-5 2-litre engine, which is prepared by Motorsport.
don't break away.
With the leader in the pits this time, so yeah, well, this end of the commentary box end of the pit lane, the Baker and Burns pit stop ongoing. Remember not to say Baker and Switch because we're so used to saying that over the years. There's Ryan Parkin from the Darkside Developments team. We've got the fan on the front trying to keep the engine cool. Absolutely, yeah, based up in South Yorkshire, I think, in Barnsley. Parkin twins are opening racing for that block very quick. That black flag for number 72, that's John Maudslay's Audi TT. That car's going to get a penalty. Now here's the Golf then, it's about to go back up. We haven't really seen much of the Golf during the course of this race, but Rob Baker then will be at the wheel of the leading car, who starts lap 15 of the race. So Team Boss heads out in this new car for this season. That team have developed.
Here comes Parkin. Next up the pit lane. 6, but
then it's Lawton going to be third in the Civic, so he's come through. He made that early pit stop. He can be right behind Ryan Parkin, who's coming out the pit lane, and just behind is the Honda Civic of Josh Lawton, who's made really good progress, Marcus.
yeah. It's now golden options to wrap that place.
Look to the inside. I think one of them kicked up the dust, going on a tight line through Ritchie's. So Josh Lawton, where was he running in the first part of the race? Further down the order, like 7th or 8th. And he's now third. Colin Gillespie's come up to 4th. Dan Sylvester's 5th, who's taken over from Aaron Cook. 6th is the VX220, Simon Morgan, Justin Middleton. Martin Gadsby's dropped to 7th, taken over from Ian Jones. Similarly, Matt Hampton's dropped to 8th, taken over from Andy Schultz. And Andrew Rapp is 9th, and then Dylan Richter is 10th. So some of that will be pit stop penalties. And there's smoke probably coming in off of the Vauxhall. Yeah, there's the rear of the car, a little bit of smoke emitting. We'll have to look more now. Is it an engine, do you think, Marcus?
Well, the engine
I think there was a bit of a line of fluid on the road as well. He's 6th, that was going well, but possibly not going to be going for much longer. Right, and one car's off, potentially on the oil, with the 101 Ginetta of Andy Shepherd. Ex-quad bike racer, I think, Shepherd. This is down into Agostini, where I think there might be some fluid down. This is the battle for 13th between George Wright and Lloyd Schaefer. I'm sure that's fluid, isn't it, on the road? He advised him into the pits, I think. He's pushing on, but Jeffy may not be pushing into the pit lane. No, he's carrying on. This car
is that really big for? The cars behind me, but it's like it was one of those sailors in the back. Oil haze in the air, kind of permeate the cockpits.
11 minutes of the race to go. There's Martin Gadsby, he's 7th. And he's lapping in the 2.11s. Ian Jones got into the 4s at one point. But then, similar to the pace really for Matthew Hampson, so they're both that similar distance away from their more experienced co-drivers. Still in 6th position, the VX220. Still going, remarkably. Lawton is 4/10 of a second between them. They are at Forum at the moment. Yeah, that black and orange flag is now going out to the Vauxhall. Well, up a second into the final corner might be one to watch. Ryan Parkin still under pressure from Josh Lawton. Two of the solo-driven cars. They come up across the line with the Honda ahead, so a change to second place. Josh Lawton has gone through in that upward car ahead of Ryan Parkin. The Warburg Middleton Vauxhall comes through. Maurice is a bit wide over the curve, but doesn't seem to be slowing the car down, whatever the problem is. Now just perceived, you can see there on the screen the black and orange mechanical warning flag, which tells the driver to come into the pit lane. Dylan Brichter up to 8th now. He's just got past Matthew Hampson. But Albert coming back up the order. In the classes, Class B is being led by Scott Parkin. He's 20 seconds ahead of Johnny Monday, and then Chris Webster is third. In Class C, Matthew Creedley, driving side from the pit. Second is Robert Contrell, and third is Ben McCauley. And in Class D, it's Ivan Mayers who leads. And in second is Paul Keynes and Callum Perfect, and third is Colin Whitehouse.
Ivan Mayers with Paul Rain. Back-to-back weekends with Brands Hatch and Foxton, back to Colorado, and
yeah, he had to he had to miss the France Grand Prix meeting. Not because he didn't want to go, because his ferry got cancelled at the last minute. They couldn't get this one enough, so I think he was frustrated to miss out on the chance of the Grand Prix circuit at Brands. There's Dylan Brichter, who was off on the first lap, not by choice. Is now on terms with Martin Gadsby in that car that was running second early on in Anthony and Jones. There's the similar liveried car, Parkin in third. He's now falling quite a long way behind Josh Lawton, who's going really well in the Civic, and is now 4 seconds ahead of Ryan Parkin. That shows you what home builds can do. Nowhere in the second half of the race. Yeah, that would have been the race when he got the car the day before. The team could have been that the day before. Now he's got it in his own livery. So you say Brichter up to 6th, got Gadsby 7th as the VX220 pits. That's requested to do so. Also to pit is Matthew Hampson, who was in the top 10, the car that Andy Shaw started. So that could promote Andrew Rattaway, 9th Dave Griffin, and 10th. You can see there the box on the screen. In 10th position is Chris Mills. So engine cover off. Look at the engine bay there of the car. And dripping fluid onto the ground. There's our Class B leader, Scott Parkin. He is in 13th position now, and just under a lap off the leader. But across the line now comes Rob Baker in the Volkswagen Golf, who completes 18 laps with 3 laps to go. There's our Class D leader, Ivan Mayers. Ivan Mayers, who's added a rear wing to the car since I last saw it. It's a 2.5 litre BMW compact. Ivan Mayers is in 32nd overall. Down the Bentley Straight. Being named after Bentley because they tested their Speed 8 here before. one Le Mans between 2003. Not something that happens so much nowadays. Back in the day, Snetterton was quite a famous test bed for Le Mans cars.
I think it's a better lap back in 2 seconds of Josh Lawson in second place.
So there's another BMW Compacts 518, which is Colin Whitehouse. I think we're hearing that the house of bad floor damage, I think is what we're being told there. Fuel leak, so apologies. Fuel leak for that car, so that needs to be sorted for tomorrow in Jury. So yeah, about a second left to be saying on this gap coming down. It's going to be one to take a look at before the end of the race. But Brian Clark can fight back. Scott Parkin, by the way, the Class B leader, 2:08.81 is his fastest lap, which is 2 seconds underneath the Class B lap record. So that he is going. Matt 3, the Class C leader, so the 2:14.7, which is almost a second underneath his own lap record. So the classes A, B and C lap record have all gone during the course of this race. New overall lap record set early on by Bradley Burns at 2:03.05. There he is, just turning into the Wilson hairpin, I think for the penultimate time.
Yeah, that's it. That was the statues.
Big moment there for the Civic. 14, I think that was Johnny Monday, who was 14th position, and a big look up. I think rear brakes looked up, getting into the hairpin. There's a 48, which is now driven by Jeremy Bootley.
The race for the junior class back in 1963. Years ago.
Many original for the junior drivers racing. There's one of the Clio Cup cars across the line. Now going past Martin Gadsby's BMW in a straight line, so that shouldn't be happening. So I think Gadsby's got a problem. He's still in 8th, but yeah, a really slow lap of 2:18. The driver that is in 8th position in trouble. Yeah, but the car looks slow in a straight line, I think, going across the line. So I wondered if there was a bit more of a problem than just, but like I say, that time, although slow, isn't terribly slow at this stage. Let's see if he makes it through another lap. Bradley Burns / Rob Baker's Bronco Gold will be about to start the final lap of the race. Here he comes, Rob Baker at the wheel now, 3 abreast. He lapped a couple of cars, including the car that's in 13th position. Goes a lap down. So there goes Rob Baker then. This is going really well, this Golf this weekend. It's the best I've seen it go. They've got a bit of a handful at the beginning of the season, but they've dialed the car out now, you can see.
There's a back on with and Parkin nose to sail, and Parkin looks up the other side, but it's a bit late. It's tied into the corner, which was compromised by the slower car.
Let's see if we can pick up on that. We've got our first track limit penalty. 5 seconds to the car in 5th place, 187. Sylvester and Cook car with a 5-second track limit penalty.
Probably almost hard to get back to Bristol, but won't be enough to stretch it.
Here we see Rob Baker turning to Oggy on the opposite side of the circuit. The opposite side of the barriers basically was the man of the second place. There they are, Josh Lawson ahead of Ryan Parkin.
Not by very much.
That's absolutely right. Parkin's been working that gap back down again. Interestingly, Josh Lawson, the only car I think in the top 8, I think, that's not racing tomorrow in Club Enduro. So that's going really well. That car, that Honda Civic, there it is, number 10, just ahead of the 6. Audi. Josh Lawton, 26 years of age, Ryan Parkin, 33. Down the Bentley straight they come for the final time. Running out of options now for Ryan Parkin. He can grab that position, not much in the way of lap traffic to help him out. Both cars up the curb, the exit
Switch off, don't they?
and across the line is about to come our race winner. So Rob Baker and Bradley Burns win in the TDIs Roadsports series, and it's the second win for that car. They won at Anglesey a couple of 3 months ago now. The second place, Josh Lawton versus Ryan Parkin, who carried lots of speed through the final corner. I don't think it's quite enough. The supercharged Honda Civic then is going to take second place, being chased all the way by the diesel Audi TT. Absolutely nose to tail on the checkered flag, the two of them. Quarter of a second, that is all that separated them. In fourth position, that will go the way of Colin Gillespie, the Scotsman, a little bit further behind. And there he comes, and he's going to take fourth. Fifth position, despite the penalty, will be Dan Sylvester, who shared with Aaron Cook in the Audi RS3. And then sixth position should go the way of Dylan Brichter in the petrol engine. I think we can be able to have a look at our results then of the TDIs Roadsport series here at Snetterton. The winner at number 1, Rob Baker and Bradley Burns in the Volkswagen Golf. Second was 10, Josh Lawton in the Honda Civic. Third for number 6, Ryan Parkin's Audi TT. Fourth for 151, Colin Gillespie's Seat. In fifth was 187, Dan Sylvester and Aaron Cook's Audi. In sixth, 61, Dylan Brichter's Audi TT.